Learning how to get Instagram followers is never an overnight success kind of thing, but these are definitely a few of the tips and secrets I figured out that have helped me get to the spot where I am on Instagram today. Let's get into it. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, BMAC. Instagram, the Insta, the gram. We all want to build our Instagram audience, right? Sure, of course we do. But let's be honest, building up your Instagram audience and learning how to get more Instagram followers is not the easiest thing in the world. It takes work, it takes some experimenting, it definitely takes some hit or misses. Oh boy, Lord knows I've had plenty of those. But there definitely are a few secrets here and there that I'm gonna share with you that I think could give you an edge at building up your Instagram audience and getting some more followers. Today I'm gonna go over a few of the tips and secrets I wish I knew when I first started posting to Instagram, and talk about some strategies and techniques that I have personally found to be the most helpful when building on my Instagram audience over the past couple of months. And if you have your phone nearby, I highly suggest taking it out and heading to Instagram to check out my feed at BMAC'S on Instagram or Instagram.com/BMAC'S. Maybe shoot me a follow if you feel so inclined. But that way you could follow along and see firsthand the strategies and techniques I'm about to talk about in this video. Let's get into it. The very first thing I suggest you do if you're trying to get more followers on Instagram is understand the algorithm. Right now, as of the making of this video, the algorithm on Instagram has changed from reverse chronological order to curated content. What that basically means is now Instagram is deciding for you what kind of content to show you first as soon as you open up the app. All those posts at the top of your Instagram feed when you're scrolling, Instagram's deciding what to put there. Which is not really a bad thing if you think about it. I know a lot of people don't like the new algorithm on Instagram, but it's created to help your experience on the platform be better. Instagram's gonna learn what kind of content you like, what kind of content you like to see, and give you more of that content so your experience is more relevant. So in and of itself, the Instagram algorithm change, I don't think it's that bad. I actually think it's pretty cool. But that does bring up the ultimate question of what does the algorithm consist of? What is the algorithm? I don't think anybody knows for sure what the Instagram algorithm is, unless you happen to work for Instagram. But one thing is for sure, based on my experience on Instagram over the past couple months, when it comes to the algorithm, engagement is huge. Engagement right now is probably the most important aspect of growing your audience on Instagram so that more of your content can get seen. The more engagement you're getting on your Instagram posts, the more that Instagram's gonna promote that content across all of Instagram's platform. Right now, Instagram looks at engagement primarily as likes or comments. So naturally, you're gonna wanna post posts that get more likes and comments. You're gonna have to take some chances, figure out what works, figure out what doesn't. And after a while, you will get to know your audience better so that you can post more of the content that they're gonna engage with. And it's okay to figure it out as you go along. I've switched my strategy several times to make it better. It's just one of those things you do when it comes to social media marketing. I've personally seen posts from like 16 hours ago, sometimes 3 days ago, right at the top of my feed because it was considered a very engaging post that tons of people were liking and commenting on. So figure out what kind of high quality content's engaging and post more of it. But you don't want to just post. You want to post consistently. So we already know that the algorithm is heavily reliant on engagement. But in order to get more engagement, you need more photos that are actually being posted to your feed. I mean, let's face it, we all have posts that were either booms or complete busts. Yeah, ain't that the truth? So the only thing better than lots of engagement on one photo is engagement on a bunch of photos. Basically, you want to show the Instagram algorithm that you know what you're doing, that your content is high quality, that your content is appreciated, and that you could do all that on a consistent basis, which will then tell and help the algorithm to give you more of that. So definitely be consistent with your posts. But at the same time, don't sacrifice quality for quantity. I wouldn't suggest posting the most amazing photos only like twice per month, or posting okay photos like, 4 times a day. Granted, maybe that would work for some people, but for most of us, I wouldn't do it. I always say you gotta find your balance between quality and quantity, figure out your balancing point, and then roll with that so you can stay consistent. Now I know obviously this is gonna depend on the type of content you post. If you're a daily food reviewer, for example, you probably could take a nice looking photo of whatever dish you're eating and do that at least once per day. Maybe you're a professional photographer, kind of like I am, and you spend a lot of time on your Lightroom and Photoshop edits. Maybe in that case it's best for you to post every other day. I personally always try to upload at least 3 times per week. That seems to be the sweet spot for my quality and quantity balance, and that helps maintain a level of consistency for me to keep the ball rolling. So figure out what kind of consistency level works for you and then go with that. But no matter what your post schedule is, you'll pretty much always benefit from adding more high quality photos on a more consistent basis. And another thing, don't just post a photo and call it a day. Do not underestimate the power of hashtags on the gram. Hashtags are probably the best secret on Instagram right now. Now that Instagram has a specific page for each individual hashtag with a story for that hashtag, you're gonna get so much more exposure on your content by using hashtags than if you didn't use any hashtags at all. Now again, you're gonna have to figure out what kind of hashtags work best for you and your content. And the way I do this, I go to post my photo on Instagram, I put in my caption, then I start to add the hashtags in the actual caption, and as I start to type, I'll actually see the hashtag suggestions, each with the number of posts that have been uploaded using that hashtag. That's how competitive that hashtag is. Basically, different hashtags have different levels of competition, and you're gonna have to do a little bit of research to figure out what hashtags and what hashtag competition level your posts are likely to get into the top post section of. Hashtags are actually super important on Instagram. I think it's one of the easiest and fastest ways to expand your reach on your content. If you consistently make it to the top post section, you get a lot more exposure there, which in turn can lead to a lot more Instagram followers. Another way of getting more likes, engagement, more followers on Instagram is by getting featured on a features or compilation account. Basically, a features or a compilation account is exactly what it sounds like. It combines a bunch of different Instagram users' photos that fit into a particular niche or particular category and features them on the page. Now, do not go and just beg for a feature. That is one surefire way not to get featured on a features page, but you could usually go to their bio or their recent posts to see what the rules are for submitting your content for consideration to get featured on the page. I have several different features and compilation accounts that I personally follow and love, and I am lucky enough to have been featured a few times, which led to an instant boost of exposure and some new followers that actually followed me because they were interested in me and my work. So keep creating high quality content, figure out what kind of features or compilation page you could submit your content to, follow the rules of that page for getting a feature, get featured, and the rest will fall into place. There are thousands, possibly even hundreds of thousands of different features and compilation pages that have a couple 100,000 followers to that page. And if you get featured on that page, it's instant access to hundreds of thousands of potential Instagram followers that you could get as a result of being featured. But one thing you never, ever, ever want to do on Instagram: do not fall for the follow for follow hype. I mean, yes, granted, you could follow for follow or even buy followers online if you wanted to do that. And yes, you will get a considerable boost of followers, but the thing about those followers is that they're most likely inactive followers that really don't care about you or your content. You don't want inactive followers, you want active followers. Because let's go back to the Instagram algorithm for a second and then look at the situation. Let's say you bought 25,000 Instagram followers online. God only knows what that costs these days, but let's say you did that. And then you go and post your best photo yet, but you only get 125 likes on it. What do you think that says to the Instagram algorithm if you have 25,000 followers and only got 125 likes on this one photo? Basically, that's telling Instagram that that photo sucks because it has no engagement, no likes, no comments, and it's not gonna push that content anywhere else on Instagram. Believe me, when I say 100 active followers that really care about you and your work are 10 times better than 1,000 inactive followers that are nothing more than literally just a number. You want the active followers, not the inactive followers, so do not fall for the follow for follow or buy followers hype. It's not gonna work. You cannot scam the gram. So building on that, since Instagram is all about the engagement these days, and since it is a social media platform, you want to engage a little bit. Be social. If you see another photo or account you really like, take a second to comment your thoughts. Another feature of the Instagram algorithm is that certain comments on photos are getting highlighted underneath the photo in the comment section. In other words, if you comment something on a photo that's getting hundreds and thousands of likes and your comment is highlighted on that photo, that's like free press, that's free promotion right there. And all you have to do is take 5 seconds to comment something nice, your thoughts about the post. Taking a few seconds to comment on a post that's getting tons of engagement, which in turn could get you tons of engagement, why not? Engaging with the other content on Instagram is another way of literally getting your name out there, having your username and your comment pop up on popular posts, which could therefore lead to more engagement on your post and more followers. So the next time you see a post that you think is ill, post a comment. And if you can, try to connect your Instagram feed with everything else that you do. For instance, if you have a blog or if you have a YouTube channel, try to cross-pollinate between the two brands, get your Instagram followers interested in your YouTube channel, or get your YouTube channel subscribers interested in your Instagram feed. And that's exactly what I do here on this YouTube channel. I upload videos about photography, filmmaking, tech, lifestyle, and all that carries over in at least some way to my Instagram feed. Whether I'm uploading a photography editing tutorial on how to make your Instagram posts look good, or if I'm uploading some of the behind the scenes of my latest cinematic vlog to my Instagram stories, my branding strategy on Instagram works with my branding strategy on YouTube and vice versa. And another thing I'll do is whenever I post a new YouTube video, I'll publish that to my Instagram stories, or If I have a new Instagram post, I'll publish a link to that on my Twitter and Facebook. It's that cross-pollination between your different social media accounts that you really want to get locked down. Doing so is a great way of upping all your followers on all the different social media platforms so that you grow on all of them. Learning how to get Instagram followers is never an overnight success kind of thing, but these are definitely a few of the tips and secrets I figured out that have helped me get to the spot where I am on Instagram today. You just have to be smart about the content you're posting and how you go about posting it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at BMAC'S or Instagram.com/BMAC'S. That way you can see all these tips and tricks in action and see some of my best photography and filmmaking content on the gram. Shoot me a follow, maybe like and comment on my last photo, and I'll check out your content. Maybe do the same. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more content on this channel each and every week, and I will see you guys on the gram. The gram fam. Oh, I like that. I should have ended the video like that. The hashtag BMACGramFam.